Lake Dallas Cheer would like to welcome you to
Falcon Football Weekly!
Center snapping, here we go, shot drill. Ready, set, go!
Welcome to another edition of Falcon Football Weekly. I'm John Piper, and as always, joined by head coach Michael Young. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Excellent. Football weather's moved in. We had some nice temperature drops. I know you're excited about the upcoming game, but we want to talk a little bit about your bye week and, some of the things that go on during a bye week that's a little different than your normal week, how the players, the coaching staff prepare differently if you give them a little extra time off. Talk to us a little bit about last week's bye week.
Well, we give the kids a little bit of extra time off. We practice Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, and then we practice every morning during the week. And, with this day and age of film trade, we have quite a bit of stuff already on Denison, so we were able to game plan the weekend before and really work on Denison the whole week during the bye week, so we have some extra time for them. But we do give the kids a little bit of extra time in the evenings to go home early a little bit and have some extra time at home, and the coaches as well, so they can, we're like everybody else. We're behind on mowing our yards and everything else like that, the problems that other people have, so it gives everybody a little bit of time away.
A lot of mowing going on.
Yeah, a lot of mowing going on.
Hey, did anybody get a chance to get out and do any fishing or hunting over the weekend that you know about?
No, we, just down to the lake a little bit with my kids, but did spend a lot of time outside with them and, and got, get to go to some of their practices in the evening and their games all day long on Saturday. So it's good for everybody to get a little bit of a break.
Hey, we do want to remind everybody this podcast is brought to you by the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club. The Booster Club does a great job, all things Falcon football, and we appreciate your support. Coach, we talked a little bit last week about the big win at Princeton, but we want to talk about some of the players that were featured players of the week, starting with some of the sub-varsity and freshman players. To start off with freshman player Drew McKinney, what can you say about his performance? I know you're out there at the freshman games and always looking for the talent that's going to come up and play varsity for you in the future.
Drew's been a good player all year, and he's one of our hardest working kids, really coachable. He plays, some secondary, plays some inside receiver, good kid. He was really good offensively and defensively, and he's been a good player for us all year, and we expect great things from him in the next 3 seasons.
And the JV player of the week, Joseph Puckett.
Yeah, our JV had a really good game. We won 20-0. Defensively, we dominated. Offensively, we ran the ball and moved the ball really well. Our whole JV played really well last week. One of the best games I think they put together on both sides of the ball this year. But Puckett was definitely special, especially defensively at his linebacker spot.
And we've talked about this young man a lot this year, actually. The Falcon Player of the Week, IK. He does a lot catching the ball and running the ball. What else can you say about IK's performance last week?
Yeah, I think a lot of people see his running, but, he had a great catch on a screen for a touchdown. But his one thing he brings too is great blocking, and it's so important in our offense for our running backs to be able to pass protect, run block, and he had a really good game all around in all 3 phases of it.
And we all know at any level of the game, special teams plays a big role, can make or break a win versus a loss. Special teams Falcon Player of the Week, Anthony Patty.
Anthony's just been great. His field goals, he's just been solid all year, and solid on his PATs. He did a good job of kicking off. He's getting better every week. He's still a young kicker, and we have high hopes for him. He's really going to help us and be a big part of our success later in the year. You get playoff time, and you get in crunch time in these district games to get in the playoffs. Kicking game is going to be important, and we're glad we have a good one.
And that's such a special weapon at the high school level. A lot of programs at the 5A level, 6A level, they get in field goal range, they still go for it on 4th down, or they pooch punt it. Having a weapon back there, put points on the board, very nice to have.
Oh, yeah, being able to kick field goals is a crucial part of it, and I know some people aren't as lucky to have it, and it's really difficult when you're having to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 4s and 4th and 5s from the 20 or 15, 25-yard line, because you don't feel confident in making your field goal. It's nice to have somebody you feel pretty good about that you're going to put those 3 points on the board. than trying to have to do that all the time.
One of your big guys up front that's protecting Depperschmidt and forging some holes for IK and some of the other running backs. Number 50, Devin Holder. What else can you say about his performance?
Yeah, Devin's been really one of the big surprises, I think, for the year. A JV player last year, he earned a starting spot through the spring, and he's just been one of our most consistent players, not just on the offensive line, but just offensively the whole year. And he's been a real great surprise and gets better every week. He loves to learn and be around, and he's just going to get better and better.
And finally, the defensive player of the week versus the Princeton Panthers, number 8, Daryl Miner.
Yeah, Daryl was, dominant. He had one mistake on a fake punt. He missed a tackle, but then after that, it just seemed like he played angry and made a lot of big plays in special teams, defense, had the big pick to seal the game at the end. A big player for us, and he's going to be a big one here this next week against Denison. His play is going to be critical if we win or lose.
Well, Coach, I checked the forecast. Like we mentioned at the onset of the podcast, weather at kickoff is going to be 82 and sunny. By the time the sun sets, halftime is going to be perfect football weather, 72. Should have a huge crowd there for a district game against the Denison Yellow Jackets. They come to Falcon Field with a 2-1 record. They'll be hungry for a victory. What are going to be the keys to performance?
Well, I think two big things. We got to stop their running game. They'll run the ball 95% of the time if you let them. So we're going to have to stop the run. Defensively, to do that, you got to get ready for their tempo. They probably have the fastest tempo offense that I've seen at any level. They are really fast at snapping the ball and running plays as quick as they can. That's a big part of how they get you. They get you tired. They don't let you sub, and they just set you up with such speed and tempo. So that's going to be the key defensively. And I think offensively is pass protection. If we protect the quarterback, able to run for that 125 to 150 to 160 yards and protect the quarterback, I think we're going to have a pretty good game offensively too.
And a reminder to all the Falcon fans that'll be coming to the game or just listening through the internet broadcast, it's the Pink Out game benefiting school librarian Jan Humphreys. Make sure you wear your pink in support of Falcon football family, and it's such a great cause, Coach.
Yeah, she's a big part of our Falcon family, has been for a long time, and it's a great way for us to give back and help her. She's been battling cancer for several years now. It's a tough disease, but but people don't. It's very hard on your family financially. So we're hoping to try to give back a little bit, the best that we can. And people again can go online to the Lake Dallas Quarterback Club, or they can also. We're gonna have stuff here to sell and raffles that we'll have on sale here Thursday night for the sub-varsity and Friday before the game.
And that's a great segue, Coach, into your mission statement for this season: believe in battle. That's both on the field and off the field, whether you're fighting cancer or any other challenge. That's a great lesson that football transcends to everyone in the stands as well.
Oh yeah, it's almost everybody, that all of us are affected by it, and our families at some point or another. So it's great that we can kind of band together and help one person at a time or a couple at a time in our community and our school district that are going through it.
Hey, a reminder, everybody get there early. They kick off at 7 p.m. We want to see you out there tailgating at 5:30, 6 o'clock. Just pack the stands, and we'll see you Friday night at home versus the Denison Yellow Jackets. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see you Friday.